So, do you like smart humor? Do you really? Because sometimes I'm like, I don't know if everyone's actually really enjoy smart humor. Because sometimes smart humor, like, uh, you have to like actually comprehend it, you know. And for some, it just isn't funny, and it takes them a moment sometimes to actually kind of think about it. For example, there's a joke that's basically just, you know, two men walk into a bar and the third man ducks. It's smart humor, but it doesn't make you laugh. If you're really smart, you might laugh. You might be like, oh, that's funny. Because you thought about it for a minute. Or maybe you're just really smart and you automatically were like, yeah, that's kind of funny. For the rest, everybody else, you're just kind of like, wait, what? That, that, that isn't that funny. Now, that's the problem with some smart humor, having to explain something. They say if you have to explain it, it isn't funny. If you have to explain it, it probably was just that it went over the person's head. Doesn't mean it isn't funny. It's funny to those who actually comprehend it. You know, like basically, it's like, think about it. There was a bar. Two men walk into a bar. you know, the third man ducks. Thanks, because I probably wouldn't have noticed that bar if it wasn't for you, two dumb fucks. You know, you know what I'm saying? So it's somewhere smart humor sometimes is great, right? Other times it's like kind of detrimental, which is why a lot of comedians have to be careful about the type of humor that they have, right? Because there's smart humor that like almost anyone can get. For example, something that's kind of like the idea of, what's God's idea of a joke? The evolution theory. Now, that in itself, for some, is hilarious. And for others, they're like, what? So, wait a second. Because when you realize what is it that actually makes it funny, then I'll explain. What makes it funny is the fact that evolutionists want to make fun of those that actually believe in creation, right? They say that it's like, oh, you believe in God, huh? Oh, it's like miraculous baby formed in the womb and created Jesus and all that stuff, and because if your wife came home, you totally believe that, God just implanted her womb, right? And they say stuff like that, right? Oh, oh yeah, believe in some heavenly God and whatever. Well, you gotta have faith. You just gotta believe. You know, when's the last time you heard God talking to you? Stuff like that, right? So what's funny about it is while they make those comments, it's like they're telling you that they believe that instead of, someone actually creating the universe, that there was a big explosion and somehow life miraculously appeared. But they don't believe in miracles, oh no. And they don't have to have faith in their theories because of the fact that, well, they're scientists. So they're above such thing as just mythology and, what if scenarios, Because they were there when, oh wait, no, they weren't there when the Big Bang happened, if it even happened. So when you realize the idea that God is going like, that's a good joke. Evolution? That's funny. Because you think it's hilarious that different ones have faith in me, but, you have your own little miracle of an explosion that somehow miraculously created life. So, when you really think about it, it's just one of those deals where it's like, oh yeah, like you really separated yourself from religion there, didn't you? Of course, you probably don't believe in actual construction companies either, right? It's somewhere when you have your science buildings, I'm sure that all you do is you throw a bunch of explosives together, and you know for a fact that as soon as all the explosions just go off, that suddenly a building will just appear, right? Because that's science. You couldn't believe that there's a creator that would actually create the universe, the earth, and life as we know it, because that's just ridiculous. However, science, with all their facts, believe somehow life was formed from a big explosion. So why would you believe in God, the ultimate construction company, when you can just put a bunch of explosives together? Oh, wait. No, you hired construction companies to build your facilities. Well, isn't that interesting? It's actually really funny. And that's what makes the joke funny. It's a smart joke. If you're smart, you comprehend it. You get it real quick. When they say that if you explain a joke, it isn't funny, it doesn't make it less funny. If you explain it correctly, it can make it even more funny. Because everyone's be thinking about it and going like, that is funny. Scientists can't believe in God, but they have the miracle of the Big Bang. You know? Well, you know, but if you believe in God, well, you know, why would you believe in those fairy tales, right? Why would you believe all that nonsense about someone actually creating, similar to a construction company? Then, for those who didn't get the smart joke in the very first place, it starts becoming kind of laughable because they realize the reality. And so it isn't explaining a joke makes it less funny. Sometimes you just have to know how to actually explain the joke. And then once everyone kind of figures it out a little bit, well, then we can all have a nice laugh. Right?